There's no CD for this, right?
Oh, do you want the CD?
Right. Okay. And you can turn to the next page, page 300. Thank you, friends, who are waiting silently for the CD to come up.
We're going to be reading a story called The Story of the Statue of Liberty. Follow along in your book as I read the story out loud. Remember to turn the page when you hear... Ready?
Okay, so we read the
The
first
Story
page
of
together.
the Statue of Liberty by Betsy Maestro. The Statue of Liberty stands on an island in New York Harbor. She is a beautiful sight to all who pass by her. Each year, millions of visitors ride the ferry out to the island. They climb to the top of the statue and enjoy the lovely view. A young French sculptor named Frédéric Auguste Bartholdi visited America in 1871. When he saw Bedloe's Island in New York Harbor, he knew it was just the right place for a statue he wanted to build.
Okay, turn the page.
Bartholdi had created many other statues and monuments, but this one was to be very special. It was to be a present from the people of France to the people of America as a remembrance of the old friendship between the two countries. When Bartholdi got back to Paris, he made sketches and some small models. The statue would be a woman whom he would call Liberty. She would be a symbol of the freedom in the new world. She would hold a lamp in her raised hand to welcome people who came to America. She would be liberty enlightening the world.
Okay, stay on that page. So, I just heard a very important fact. There's no dates on these two pages, but I think a very important fact is that Bartholdi made sketches and small models of the Statue of Liberty. So I'm going to write that down. Bartholdi made sketches and small models of the statue.
Mr. Rorty, can I ask a question?
Yes.
Why do you think that Bartholdi would have made models and sketches before he built the actual statue?
I know.
Why would he have done that? Would he all?
Because like he wanted to like think about how he would leave the statue, so he wanted to think about how the statue would
Yeah, I agree. He wanted to know what it would look like before he started building the huge statue. So he made small models of it. What do you think might have happened if he started building the huge Statue of Liberty right away? He never drew a sketch, he never made a model, and he just started building it right away. Natalie, what do you think would have happened? He probably would have made some mistakes. And is it easier to make a mistake with a big statue?
No.
Or with a small model?
Yes.
Yeah, if you make mistakes on a big, huge statue, that's going to be a lot of work to redo. But if you just make a little mistake on a small model, oh, you can fix that really easily. So he wanted to practice with small models before he made this huge statue. Jeffrey?
Because if you made it with nothing, if you didn't do a sketch and you just built it, it might fall off.
Yeah, if he wasn't prepared and he didn't know how big the head was supposed to be and how big the body was supposed to be and how big the pedestal was supposed to be, it could have just tipped over. But because he did sketches and models, he was prepared to make the real thing.
Okay, let's listen carefully to the next page.
The statue would be very large and very strong. Bartholdi wanted people to be able to climb up inside the statue and look out over the harbor from the crown and torch. Many well-known artists, engineers, and craftsmen gave him ideas about how to build the statue. First, a huge skeleton was constructed from strong steel. Many people worked together in a large workshop. Some worked on Liberty's head and crown. Others worked on her right hand, which would hold the torch. In her left hand, she would hold a tablet with the date July 4, 1776 written on it. This is when the Declaration of Independence was signed.
Keep on this page. Alright, what you're going to do is read this page spread, 302 and 303, over again silently to yourselves. And then, and you're going to look for a fact that you want to put in our next part of the timeline. So you're not finding a date on these two pages because there is no date. But you're going to look for a very important fact. And then after that, you're going to turn and talk, and you're going to share that fact to your partner. So first, read to yourselves silently. Go.
I'm assuming that's what you're looking for, about how they constructed the skeleton. So you can tell them to look for that sequence word.
Okay, coming back together. 3, 2, 1. Now, you're going to talk to your, wait just a sec. In this, on these pages, there's a transition word first. That might be a hint to help you come up with an important fact on these two pages. So please take 30 seconds to chat with your side-to-side buddy. Go. So what's your important fact? Okay. Great question, Alicia. Alex, do you think this is the most important fact? Well, let Alex answer. Alex, do you think that fact's really important? Okay, coming back together. 3, 2, 1. Okay. So, silent hand. Who wants to share the fact that they found? Let's hear from Jeremiah.
A fact is that they need to put strong steel because if they just build it without strong steel, it might fall.
Okay, so what do you want me to write right here?
First a huge skeleton was constructed from strong steel.
Okay, that sounds like a good fact to me. A huge skeleton was constructed from strong steel.
Like a skeleton, like our skeleton, like made out of bones?
No.
No, what kind of skeleton is it? No way? Oh, I like how you're pointing to the diagram. Yeah, I see a picture of the skeleton. It's made out of steel, which is a type of metal. So the Statue of Liberty had a skeleton. So like what Jeremiah said, when they built, they had something to build around so that it wouldn't fall over. Smart.
Okay, and I was listening to Alicia and Alex have a little discussion. Alex came up with the fact that in her left hand, Liberty was holding a tablet with the date July 4th, 1776 on it. And Alicia's question was, Alex, do you think that is the most important fact on these 2 pages? So I thought that was a pretty good question. What does everyone else think? Do you think that was a very important fact? Silent hand. Let's hear from Tiara. What do you think?
I think not.
Why not?
Because a tablet is not really important.
Why not? Why?
Because only a statue could some statues can fall down and it can break. So the statue is important. So for a tablet, tablet's not important. A tablet is just like you can play games on it.
Yeah, so Tiara's kind of hinting, or kind of suggesting that this tablet that the Liberty is holding, it's kind of like maybe a small detail. Would you call it a small detail? Okay. Does anybody think anything else? Let's hear from... Does anybody think it's an important fact and want to share why they think it's a really important fact? Jose?
I think it's an important fact because that was when the document of independence was signed.
Okay. Is our story about the Declaration of Independence?
No. Yes.
Okay, silent hand. Is our story about the Declaration of Independence? You guys kind of said it. No, not really. Our story's about the Statue of Liberty. So we probably want to have facts. We're going to write the most important facts that are about the Statue of Liberty. Good. All right, let's turn to the next page.
The arm holding the torch was sent to Philadelphia for America's 100th birthday celebration in 1876. Afterward, it stood in Madison Square in New York City for a number of years. Liberty's head was shown at the World's Fair in Paris during this time. Visitors were able to climb inside and look around. In this way, money was raised to pay for the statue.
Okay, stop there. Once again, we're going to quickly read it again to ourselves, and then I will tell you to turn and talk to your partner. Please read it to yourselves silently. Okay, listen up here for just a sec. So I saw on these 2 pages I like how Jawan is tracking me, and so is Odiel. On these 2 pages, there's one fact and it's got a date attached to it, so you might look for that fact, the fact with the date. And then there's one more maybe important fact, which is up to you to choose, okay? So with your partner, decide on 2 important facts from these 2 pages. Side to side, go.
I think that
Okay, how much do you say it's maybe in a shorter way than this? That's another fact. Yeah, that's a good fact. Okay, come back together in 3, 2, all voices off, 1, and
bucket
0.
in the Britney.
All right. So something happened in 1876. Start on hand. What happened in 1876 that we need to write down on our timeline? Let's hear from Kaylee. Uh-huh. So remember, our timeline is about the Statue of Liberty. So what happened in 1876 that had to do with the Statue of Liberty? Okay, what part of the Statue of Liberty? What's on the page? What does it say? No. What part of the Statue of Liberty? Was it her body? Was it her feet? What was it? What part?
head?
It was part of her arms and half body.
Okay, who wants to help Kaylee out? What part of the Statue of Liberty's body was sent to America? Let's hear from Carla.
Her right arm was sent to America.
And what was her right arm holding?
The torch.
All right, so the the statue's right arm holding the torch was sent to America. The statue's right arm holding the torch arrived in America. finished writing, you can put your pencil down to show me that you're done. Just like Uriel and Natalie S. Yeah, I've got a question. Why did I not put that it was America's 100th birthday? Why do you think I didn't? I could have put that, but we've got like a small amount of space. So why don't you think that I put that it was America's 100th birthday? Let's hear from Noah.
Because the story isn't about America's 100th birthday
What is the story about?
of the Statue of Liberty.
Good thinking, Noah. All right, and what's another fact on the page? Who has another fact that they would like to share from those 2 pages, besides what happened in 1876? Let's hear from Evan. I haven't heard from you.
The money was raised to pay for the statue.
Yeah, that's a good fact. Let's hear another fact. That's about the statue. I like that fact. Let's hear from Natalie S. Statue was shown at the World Fair. Good. I could choose either one of those facts. They're both good facts. Since Evan answered first, I'll just choose Evan's fact. But they're both. You can choose either fact you want to.
Wildcats, I thought that was these 2 pages were especially interesting because they were working on building the statue, and one part, the right arm was done, and that part went to America, and the head with the crown was done, and that part stayed in Paris, France, for the World's Fair. As the pieces were getting done, they were in different places.
So you could write that fact, or you could write Natalie S.'s fact. Either one would be good. Jeffrey's going to put his pencil down and show me he's done. I can tell that Alicia and Daisy are done. Alright, all pencils are down as we listen to the next page spread. Turn your page.
Then, skin of gleaming copper was put onto the skeleton and held in place with iron straps. As the huge statue grew, all of Paris watched with great fascination. Finally, in 1884, Liberty was completed. There was a big celebration in Paris. Many famous people came to see it. Only a few had the energy to climb all the way to the crown, 168 steps. Then began the hard work of taking Liberty apart for the long voyage across the Atlantic Ocean. Each piece was marked and packed into a crate. There were 214 crates in all. They were carried by train and then put on a ship to America.
Okay. Hey, everybody, stop. So, again, we're going to read quietly to ourselves. One of the facts happened in 1884. And then we're going to find one more fact. So read quietly to yourselves. We're not going to have a turn and talk. So be ready to share right away. Okay. I see Paula reading.
168,000 steps. 1,510,000 steps. And plus, you have to get to the top of the head. 1,000,000. Whoa. Okay. There began hard work, Liberty.